Hello, 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 and welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We have a tasteful treat for you today. We're going to be talking about trigger points. And when I say trigger points, we're talking about relationships, when you bring the friendship inside of your relationship. So stay tuned because we got a lot of announcements for y'all. We also got some special treat for you as well. So right now, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and bring in our cast so that we can get on with the show. And all the way from Austin, Texas, we have our co-host, Dwight Robinson. Assistant co-host, Denise. And interviewer, Keisha. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Ah, pretty good, I must say.
Y'all looking lovely. Been a long week.
Yeah,
And we don't know if King Dean's going to be joining us today. Hopefully, we'll have him next week. I know he was sick in the past, so hopefully, y'all is going well with him. How's everything going for y'all down there in Austin? How's the weather and everything?
rainy.
Rainy? It ain't rained up here yet.
Yeah, right now it's cloudy. They got a muggy outside.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, today we're going to be talking about trigger points, which is about relationships. And I'm gonna get your opinion. And since you haven't been on for a minute, because I know she's been dealing with a lot as well. We're gonna start with Keisha. How do you feel when you say that you have a friendship outside of your relationship, and then when you're having complications, you bring in that friendship into that situation?
Now, are we talking about I have a friendship of the same sex? I mean, of the opposite sex, and I'm involving them in my relationship?
We could talk about both because we look at when you have when it's a female and it's you with your man and he has a female friend, and instead of talking to you about certain situation, he goes outside to his female friend. But we can also talk. I'm gonna go to Dwight when you say the male version of that.
Okay, well, I think that if you have a friend, like if I had a male friend that was my friend, I would have to keep him separate from my relationship. Now, I can talk to him about things, but that person should not be my first go-to because then I'm not keeping my relationship, I guess, wholesome because I'm getting advice from someone else. So no, I don't think that's a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it because it's going to cause trouble.
And I totally agree with that because me personally, I'm the type of woman to where when I have a relationship, I don't like everybody in my business for one. And I'm also the type of person to where I feel like communication is a big factor in a relationship to where you should be able to come to that person that you're with. Because at the end of the day, I'm not sleeping with your friend, I'm sleeping with you. I'm not in a relationship with your friend, I'm in a relationship with you. So I feel like when it comes down to relationships, there should be certain boundaries when it comes down to friendship and bringing them in, especially when they're of the opposite sex. What do you think, Denise?
I agree. I've learned in the past that's a very bad idea from experience. It's a very bad idea to a lot of time confide in either female or male. It's just what it is. Sometimes some people don't have your best interest in heart. And you sharing your personal information in your relationship can cause a lot of problems with either party.
Yeah, and I agree with that because it's like, when I enter a relationship, I'm not entering in a relationship with you plus another. I'm in a relationship with you. And if we plan on building a certain type of bond, we should be able to communicate with each other, especially when there's problems within the relationship that, you shouldn't have to go on the outside to seek for advice, especially because Me personally, when your man has a female friend, to me, it's like I don't know what her intentions or motive for because
Mhm.
it could be good, it could be bad. You don't know how that's gonna go. But she's not gonna tell you everything fully. So my thing is you have to know what her intentions is because you don't know if she's trying to destroy your relationship or she just want the best for you. So it's like it could go either way. What you think, Dwight?
I agree and disagree because I have a friend, we're still friends today, Vicky, and Vicky used to come to me about her relationship, and I wasn't trying to be with her. I wasn't trying to sleep with her. I think we first met. It was something. It wasn't nothing there. It was just you know crazy stuff, just becoming friends and stuff. But she used to come to me with her relationship, and I used to give her the best advice. Matter of fact, her and her man kind of broke up, and I talked to her and him, and they ended up getting back together. So I guess it depends on that person. If that person doesn't have the intention to try to give you bad information or to destroy what you got to get with you or something like that. So it really depends on that person and knowing who that person is. So it goes hand in hand on that. So that's just my outlook on it. So
And I agree with you totally on that. Because when you face a situation like that, it's like, okay, at the same time, when you always run into your friends that are talking to the person that you're with, my thing is that makes them feel like, okay, where is the line of communication with me? And plus, you only telling one side, it's not both sides being told. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you going to your friend for validation and confirmation. You're saying things about the person you with to this friend that the person you with don't even know. And to me, sometimes it has some time to do with wanting to have your way and want somebody to say, okay, no, you're not wrong. Now, when you say that situation there, and I'm gonna go to Denise first, when the person cannot take responsibility for what they do wrong in a relationship, what do you feel about that there? Because I know we talked about, different lines of narcissists and stuff like that. But when you're in a
Oh yeah.
relationship and there's a line where a person doesn't take responsibility for what they always say, okay, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's not me. And then you had a
Yeah,
friend,
and that can be problematic for the other person, like the friend. The most of the time, the very good friend, they only wants your best interest at heart, as far as a relationship of their friend, if you get what I mean.
yeah,
Um, like people who have a narcissist type of personality, like you said, will most of the time try to place blame on the other party, male or female. And so the good friend or the best friend is not going to be able to give good advice because they only got one side of the story most of the time. I'm just saying.
and you know what? I agree with that. And because it's like when you have a friend, your friend feels like they have a certain loyalty to you, to
Mm-hmm.
where they feel like, okay, I need to be here for my friend. Now, my thing is that and we're gonna get to the flip side after the commercial. Um, my thing is that when me as a woman, when you always run into your friend about advice, or well, not even advice, just a vent to make it seem like, okay, it's this person, they doing this, they doing that. Okay, what about what did you contribute to that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes when you bump into something like that, you bump into a situation where you're dealing with a person that really doesn't take your emotions in consideration because there's also a lot of respect on what the situation at hand occurred in order for a person to respond the way you have. And my thing is, there should be boundaries to friendship. I mean, what do you think, Dwight?
oh, you caught me off guard. It should be boundaries and things, but I guess from my experience, because I've been friends with a lot of my friends for over 30 years or more, and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in their relationships, and they came just ask me for my opinion. Sometimes when, like you said, you need both sides of the story, but if you can't confine it to talking to nobody, to me, if you can find someone that you can trust, there's nothing wrong talking to that person about what's going on. Maybe that person give you some good advice to fix it. But at the same time, I agree with Keisha and Teresa too. It can always be somebody there trying to mess it up. The other question you asked, you were saying something about boundaries or something like that.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Like,
And when you say boundaries, what we're going to do, we're going to take a short commercial break and we're going to come back and we're going to discuss the boundaries of a friendship when there's a relationship. But we also going to talk about when that friend is stuck in the middle and they consider both as a friend in a relationship. So we'll be back right after this.
You got me with that.
As I sit with head bowed to land, through my fingers fall the silky sand. Eyes pause lifeless without a moment's blink. Putting mine, it halts time to patiently think. What seed did I sow in my life's causing reap? Leaving heart's hour passing so deep. To be loved, cherished, and protected from all harms. Drawed closely, buried deep within his arms. On bending knee, gently placing tender kisses. These are the images a woman sincerely misses. But in her devotion, what was to gain? Just to be inflicted from years of pain? Vowing never again and giving her heart away. Allowing him entrance, then going astray. While laying back, yielding nature her needs to tend. Whispering winds exhale her towards sunset end. Okay, now we're coming back and we're talking about trigger points within a relationship. So, um, we're gonna now speak on the boundaries of a friendship. And my thing is that what are the boundaries in a friendship with the outside when it comes down to a relationship? And I think one, I mean, we all can say they need to know their place because there's a time when you should put your opinion in and there's a time when you should not. And so what boundaries within a friendship should be laid when it comes down to your relationship? We're gonna go with Keisha first.
Well, first and foremost, there has to be trust. We can talk about the boundaries and all those other things, but it has to be trust and a good foundation between you and the person that are actually dating. Second, hopefully, this best friend of the opposite sex was friends with you before you got in this relationship because you should not be establishing any best friend relationships of the opposite sex once you're already in a relationship. So, boundaries should be respecting the couple's quality time. If it's time for me and you to go out on a date, then that boundary is your friend shouldn't be there. Boundaries at nighttime. Unless it's an emergency, your friends should not be calling you at all kind of crazy hours of the night. And just overall respect for um, the person. Like if I had a friend, he should respect my man. Bottom line. Now, even if he has something he don't like about him or her, whatever the case may be, um, he has to show respect, because if you disrespect him, that means you disrespect me, and then that means we can no longer be friends. So that's what I think.
And I totally agree with that. There should be boundaries when, late at night, calling at late at night hours when they're together. There's also be boundaries to where, only discuss certain things with your friends, and the other should be between you and that person that you decided to be in a relationship with. Now we're gonna go over to Dwight and get his insight on this. You're muted. Dwight, your microphone is muted. Thank you.
Oh, I agree with. Uh-oh, what happened? I agree with Keisha on what she said. Am I still on here?
Yeah, you on there?
Yeah.
Y'all can see me?
Yeah, we can see
Yeah.
you. You're just frozen.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, oh shoot, I don't know what's going on. I agree with Keisha said. I mean, I totally agree with what she says. I'm having a difficulty here. Let me try to get myself back on here where I can see myself. But I
Okay.
agree with Keisha.
While you dealing with that right there, we'll come back to you. We'll go over to Denise, and then we'll come back to Dwight.
Yes. Ask the question one more time, please.
Okay. What we're talking about now is the boundaries when it comes into relationship with the friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There should be always some boundary lines. One, my pet peeve is butting in when question you wasn't asked, and you stepping into somebody's relationship and no one asked you. No one asked for opinion. No one asked you to speak. You just butting in and just prying and prying for information. And so I feel like when people do that, they're just looking out for trouble.
Yes, I agree. And over in the comments, we want to welcome in a Facebook user. He doesn't have a name, but thank you for tuning in. Also, Roxanne Adams, hello. Eddie, hello, baby brother. And then we have another Facebook user as well. It says hello. Thank y'all for tuning in all the way over there from YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch as well. We really enjoy y'all company in here. We also got the phone number if you have any comments or questions or your opinions. We have the phone number that's scrolling right by there at the bottom. You're more than welcome to call in, and we'll get your comment live. So, I agree with Denise and everything. And my thing is that the boundaries are very important in a relationship, very important, because even when it comes down to myself, people get things misconstrued to where when I say I don't like other people in my business, that means your friend, your family, anyone. That if there's a problem at hand, even if you feel like you want to end the relationship, talk to me. I'm the one that you asked to be with, not them. I shouldn't have to hear things through the third party, because that third party doesn't have anything to do with what we bonded together. Now, if it comes to a point to where you feel like, okay, even in arguments, and I'm gonna get the others' opinion on this as well. When it comes down to arguments, you have some people that's quick to run instead of trying to work things out. But I feel like if a person is quick to run and they quick to say, okay, I'm no longer in love with this person because this argument, instead of fixing out, to me, in my opinion, you never was in love in the first place. So you had no business engaged in any relationship with them from the get-go. But then when you doing things from a friend, this is where we're gonna come in next. It's about when the friend on the outside becomes the friend of both.
Mm.
What problems at that time can emerge within the friendship. Because to me, if you was friend one with one first, and you became friends with the other one through the other one, to me that's not going to work. Because my thing is that you can't be for both and be right. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. But at the end of the day, to me, the friend shouldn't be in your business in the first place. Friends shouldn't be in the middle of it. So, Denise, what do you think about that? When you have one friend that becomes both friends.
Well, that's difficult because I was that person where I was the person in the middle. And that's a very uncomfortable because you love both people. And sometimes it's not you was friends with one person first, because I was in a situation where I was friends with both people from the beginning. And they asked for advice, and you kind of like, I graciously bowed myself straight up out of that because I feel like that y'all need to work that out, talk together, and leave me out of this because I don't want to get involved with either way. And it's the best thing for a person who's in the middle anyway is just not get involved. Just kind of like tell them, give an excuse, a good one, and a good reason why, so they both won't. I personally don't want to make anyone feel bad. So I would just say, just kind of graciously back away from the situation.
Exactly. And see, that's where I feel is that when you do invite the friend into your relationship, you are putting that friend in a certain position in a stuck part, really,
It's
because
uncomfortable.
when the relationship doesn't work out, then that friend is like, okay, I don't want to be, separate between y'all two or divided between y'all two because y'all broke up because I love both of y'all. But it comes a point to where when you say that person never comes directly to their person they're getting a relationship with and talk to them to work things out or be mature about the matter, instead of including a friend all the time, because it's not always about advice. It's about if they think they right all the time, they always going to you to vent. But when you involve that friend to where they put in a position to where they feel like they gotta break up your relationship themselves, if you understand what I'm saying, don't never go to your friend and have them break up with that other person through your friend. To me, it's immature. But at the same time, that friend, it comes to a point where that friend to say, no, you need to man up, you need to woman up. I'm not going to be your door or your bench to apply that pressure on. That you need, it comes to a point to where the friend needs to put their foot down and say, take responsibility for your own relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this. And that's what I say. It's so hard when you have friendship in your relationship and you don't know how to balance the two. Because it should be separate. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, you can make that other person feel like, okay, y'all was friends first. Y'all, that's supposed to be your closer friend. We became friends this way. And even though we built a bond, you can make that person feel like, okay, I really don't know what y'all talking about. So I don't know what's being said behind my back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could be telling him one thing or he could be saying something to you, but you also keeping information from me that I need to know. And that could go both ways. And I see Dwight nodding his head. So we're going to go over to him and ask him, what is his input on that?
Unmute. You mute it back again.
Oh damn.
There you go. Oh, you.
Hit
There you
it one
go.
time.
Okay, I'm sitting here listening to Shasha's giving me listening to the show, giving her advice. So I'm listening to her and trying to listen to you at the same time. And she had her input on the relationship. She has a good input. It's like, okay, well, okay. So I don't know if she wanted. You want to say anything, Shasha? You don't want to say anything? You have to say
That's my baby right there. Come on, baby.
You
I
ain't
miss
gotta be
seeing her
on camera.
face anyway.
You
No,
could
she
be
ain't
just
got.
hit
She got to be a camera. She can just say something. We can hear her.
with the top of just saying. But the 3 minute, she said, ask her a question. She might have something for you.
Okay. What we're talking about is when you're bringing the when the friend is friends with both parties. And
Mm-hmm.
you bring in the friend comes in, and it's like they're stuck in the middle because both of them come to her or him to vent, not so much for advice, but to vent about the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them doesn't take responsibility for their actions within a relationship because they feel like they're never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So as a friend, it should
Now,
come.
for Sasha, I answered that question. Me personally, I've been in that situation like that before,
Hmm.
and I had two friends that came to me, had me in the middle, and I listened to both of them. And I did tell my friend, the guy friend, that he was wrong, that she was right. Uh, and to me, that's being a friend. You gotta tell them whether they right or wrong, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I can listen to both sides, but if I feel one is not being correct, then I'm have to say, hey, I go with the other person and everything, because that's why both of them came to me in the beginning to hear the side of the story. And one's wrong, I have to be a friend to tell that person that they're wrong and the other person is right. That's just my opinion on it. So and everything. So I want to ask, do you have anything you want to say about that?
The situation varies.
The situation is what?
It based on the type of friendship each person has with the person, the mutual friend.
Can y'all hear?
Yes, I know she said it depends on what type of friendship you have, but I think even in the category as a friendship, there should be boundaries to where that friend shouldn't be put in the middle to where, like I said, you don't know what the other one is talking about. You don't know what's really going on. That's why I said it's a big thing about communication within the relationship, especially when you get older. There comes a point when you are too old to be always going to the other person and never confining or communicating with the person that you decided to be in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to bring this girl. I'm about to bring this girl on the show because she has a lot to say sometimes,
That's why
she,
I said it really
but
depends.
she's
Sometimes,
camera shy, but she has a lot to say.
yeah, that's why I said it really depends. Sometimes one person has a close relationship with other is more likely to lean towards the person you're closer with. So if they're like, let's say the cheater is more closer friends to the person cheating, there's a chance the person could turn to the other person and tell them, but there's a chance that they won't and keep it secret. That's why it varies because there's a problem. Because sometimes it all depends on the mutual friend and what they'll do. And it depends on the people in the relationship.
Oh, okay.
That
That's
was a
your
good.
opinion.
That was a good one. That
Yeah.
was a good one.
It was.
I, I mean, she was in here blowing my mind. I said, girl, you ain't never been in a relationship. What you know all about? But she's making a lot of sense. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
And one of our comments on here is, one person said, I wouldn't want no one to think that I'm taking sides with either one. And see, that's why I say it's very important that there comes a place and time to where you need to say, look, you need to talk to her about it. You need to discuss this with him. It comes a place, even as a friend, when that person comes to you, that where you actually make them man up or woman up and take responsibility for their own relationship, because it's not the friend's relationship, it's your relationship.
Yep.
And so, it makes it hard when you making the person feel like they're in a relationship with two people. That's unfair.
mhm.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go over to Keisha and get her input about that as well.
Well, I think that if the scenario, I don't know, because it seemed like it's a bunch of messy stuff going on. If
Hmm.
the situation get too sticky, then whoever brought the friend in, whether it was the woman or the man, you need to remove that person, because that's only going to bring issues between you and your partner. One, if that person really cares about you and he or she is befriending your mate, they should hopefully be caring about the other person. Relationship stuff should be kept, it should be kept separate. We can all be friends, but when y'all having y'all's issues, that should be kept
Leave me
completely
out of it.
separate,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
then you're starting to have that person take sides, and they're going to always go to their friend, because remember, they were friends with the other person first. So they're going to
Exactly.
still hold that loyalty to that friend. You just came in the scene. So they're not going to hold a lot of loyalty to you. They could, but they're going to hold it to the friend that brought them in.
Yeah, I think if
So
anything, that loyalty is going to be limited. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be limited because they were best friends with them first. You just came in the
Mhm.
picture after that, and I met you. I got in with you because of this person. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when it comes down to friendship, I just feel like, and this is just me, because I mean, I've been in a situation, and I felt like, okay, y'all was friends first. And plus, I'm not on the phone with y'all. I don't know what's saying. Why is he going to talk to you? He should be talking to me. Why is he breaking up with me through you? Aren't we grown? I thought that high school stuff was over. But my thing is as well is that if somebody, one thing people need to realize, and I had to grow up and realize as well, is when somebody is quick to fall out of love with you just because they cannot handle or know how to deal with a relationship that has complications to where they're quick to run, that person was never really in love with you. There's a difference between being in love and being infatuated with a person. And sometimes you have to look at that, because in every relationship, there's not going to be peaches and cream. Every relationship have problems. But it comes to when you have that relationship where you put boundaries, because some people could say, yes, we need to communicate. Okay, communicate goes more than just us talking every day. Communication means also when we run into storms, we talk about it and we work it out so that we can build a stronger bond, so that we can grow closer to each other. It doesn't mean you're quick to run, because that's what I say. There was never no love there in the first place. Now, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk on the next level of, because my thing is that, and I feel like this needs to be talked about, because a lot of times we don't realize that friends can be the wrench of a relationship, especially if that person is not put in the position to deal with the relationship themselves. So we will be back shortly after this.
And would not stop.
I haven't been, because I haven't been invited yet.
My hurting became a habit. It was tragic that I wanted to cut and stand.
Hey, you pervert! You coward! Do you think you add integrity and respect?
Now, to announce that, as some of y'all have seen on my page, whether it's TikTok or Facebook and Instagram, we are now been advertising the poetry contest, the same one we had last year. We are accepting entries for the poetry contest for 2023. And what it basically is, I have spoken to some people that I ran across some of their pieces that they have put online, is that as you've seen the other ones, they had a video, they speak in their piece. All you had to do is submit a video to the unspoken heart 70 at AOL.com, or you can send it personally to my inbox. And it has to be, it can be up to 4 to 5 minutes only. uh, we will be not me, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm not judging none of these videos. I ain't judging none of this, so I'm not responsible for it. Uh, I have appointed one. I got to get 3 more judges to judge the context of the videos. We do have 4 categories. As y'all have seen on my post, three of the categories will be getting a plaque. Actually, I need to bring her on here because I actually thank God that she was on the phone with me, Denise, and she was helping me with the contest and with the awards and everything. And instead of like last year, we just did the gift certificates and the prizes and the gift baskets. We're going to be the Powerful Poet of the Year. We'll be getting a trophy, which we have designed. Last year, this was the trophy here, and I want to try to change the trophy every year so we have something different. The actual winner of the Powerful Poetry of 2022 was Angela Fraser, well known as Divine One. We also had 3 other winners. Uh, that one there was for 2022. Well, me and Denise sat on the phone for hours, and when I say
Hours.
hours, trying to find the perfect trophy for this year. And we finally did come up one. This is going to be the trophy here, and the form is approved. So this is the way it's going to look with this trophy here. So we waiting for them to complete that and to send it here. The other 3 will be plaques. They're different color plaques because I think one is, if I'm not mistaken, one is ebony, and what were the other 2 color plaques?
Black. One's mahogany, black, and purple. And I forgot what the other one was. Don't give me the lie. But they were
Yeah,
all beautiful. They were all beautiful plaques.
yes. And I mean, I really enjoyed her for that. We walked all the she stuck through it all the way. So with the
Yes,
with
hours.
the with the poetry contest, the Powerful Poet of the Year will get that. They each one's gonna be getting the gift baskets. We will be getting it with the cast to help come in with the baskets and everything. They will, along with whatever she put in the baskets, which is very fabulous people, fabulous things, and eloquent put. But it will also be one of the Unspoken Heart T-shirts. The other 3 winners will get a CD, gift certificate, and other things. The Powerful Poet will get actually part 2 of the Unspoken Heart book. And they also will get a t-shirt and a lot more treats. So just make sure that y'all submit y'all entries. I think we got the deadline. Was it to have the entries? Was it
December
December?
31st.
December 31st is the deadline for all entries. So make sure y'all share the post. If you have the skills, come on in. I've had 2 of them, especially our talented one from South Africa. She's going to be coming right back in again. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Last year was really exciting, and I know this year's going to be exciting. But once again, I will not, please understand, I will not be judging this contest. I am actually having judges appointed for this so that they'll help us make the decision. Whatever decision they make, that's based upon, that's what it's going to be. We do not base anything off of whether you are a star or well known in the community or experiences, because these judges don't know none of that. They don't know nothing about you. So when it comes down to judging this, you are just like everybody else. Because, as me and Denise talked about, sometimes you do have a profession, sometimes you do it professionally, but then that doesn't mean there's somebody out there that is more, impactful. You know, we're not taking anything from anybody. So everything is done fairly. Like I said, because I know a lot of these people, I will not be judging it. And I trust the judges that I do appoint. And I know it's kind of unfair to me, but they won't tell me nothing either to the end. So, that's unfair. But we will be having that for the contest. So make sure that y'all get your entries in, send the videos over so I can send them over to the judges so that we can get you in. We will be doing like we did last year, where we will be uploading all the videos that's submitted and having a show about each one and going over them. And then the next following show on that will be the actual announcement of the winners. And I do wish everybody luck, because everybody's gifted with a blessing. You never know. So let's see what happens. But do make sure that y'all are put some energy into these videos and show some emotions and show us you
Mm-hmm.
God, and make sure you speak clear enough to where they can hear you on the tape as well.
Put
So
your soul in it.
oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. But also, I know she said I'm putting her on the spot, but I'm gonna let her tell you about it because she reminded me about it. We also are gonna have coming up the Christmas raffle.
Oh, yes. The Christmas raffle.
So tell us what we got up, Denise.
Wait a minute. Hey, we didn't discuss it all the way through. Now, we're gonna come up with some things, but I think we're gonna keep it hush hush until she tells me exactly what we're gonna do because we need to, niche up some little holes there. You know, pull out the needle
Just
and thread
remember,
on this.
as y'all know, every year we always spike up the show. We always do our raffles. So the one thing gonna be is that you got to submit a letter.
Oh, the letter one. That's right. My God, I forgot. Girl, it went over my head. So you put me on the spot. You didn't remind me. You wrong for that. But yes, yes. I will. Let me elaborate on this. Okay, so basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have. If you have someone you know that is well deserving of a gift, and they really deserve it, write a letter about them. Tell us why they are worthy of a beautiful, beautiful gift. And it's only going to be one, and it's going to be spectacular. So, but there's a twist to it too. So I'm not going to say nothing about that. That's a surprise. But we would love to hear your stories about this person, why they are deserving of something sweet and special, and make the letter to that person someone that you think is worth giving it to.
I told y'all we was on the phone for hours talking about everything.
Okay,
But
I did forget about that one thing. I did forget.
yes, so that's what
I
it's
have
gonna.
so much on my plate.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna conclude about. It's gonna evolve around the most heartfelt letter on
Hmm.
who is deserving of the Christmas basket, and it's not gonna be a small one,
It's going to be a
and
big one.
it's gonna be a big one. And it's gonna be full with a lot of things of deserving to this person. So make sure y'all get your thoughts together, and you submit the letters in to make sure you put the THE. So it's the unspoken heart 70 at AOL.com. And we will have people appointed to go over these letters. And the most heartfelt one that is deserving of the Christmas gift basket will be awarded that gift for that day. And it will be announced right here on the
Hmm.
Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour live.
Remember, anybody, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, a co-worker, a friend, anyone.
Yes. And I'm trying, I don't know what's wrong with my video day. I do see some of the comments that were coming after I get off the show and everything. And uh I see some questions. So if y'all see some of these comments I can't see, please read them off. And like I said, the portrait contest it's gonna be fun. Last year was so inspiring to us, and it encouraged us to continue on. And so we're gonna be doing this every year with the portrait contest. I'll be reaching out to some other poets, get them come on back. You never know. It'll be different judges this year. It won't be the same because Denise said,
That was too much. That was
she's
hard. Y'all made
y'all
it rough.
made y'all made her head really spin. But yeah,
Hmm.
make sure y'all get those entries in. Share the post. I have posted about the portrait contest, the video and everything. I do want to say thank you, Mikey J, because he did tag a person to, to enter in. Please don't wait to the last minute because I know sometimes, if you late to last minute, you rush in or you could miss the deadline. Because last year we had to squeeze one person in. That will not be happening this year. You have
Yeah.
to, it goes for everyone. We have to be fair. You have to have it in by the deadline. And when I say take your time, please don't wait till last minute to rush it. Think it through, put your heart in it, sit in front of that camera, and record what comes from your heart. Because I mean, last year I loved it. I don't know about y'all, but me and Keisha, we went over all those videos, and I mean, we had a ball with it. What about you? What did you feel, Keisha, about last year's poetry when we went over all the videos?
The ones that did it last year, they were pretty intense. So
Mm,
I'm just excited to see what hits the platform this year. Some of them were kind of hard to vote on because you could feel that stuff, especially when they
mm.
put they all into it. Some of it you could feel the emotion. So it was pretty good.
Yes, so
I
I'll be hitting those same ones up, like, come on, you never know, come on back. Like I said, we got 4 categories, and it's gonna be a treat. So, make sure y'all get your videos into me so I can send them over to the judge. I don't know who the other 3 judges gonna be. I know one of them. I gotta reach. Did you talk to her already?
Oh, she said she'll be happy to do it.
Great. Don't say no names. Um,
I'm not. I'm not.
great, great, great. So these are people that's not even part of this cast right here. So
hmm
we
No.
got some good judges, and I have another one in mind, and I got to talk to my I think over here, my assistant co-host, because I got a guy in mind that I think I want to also judge, and I think he'll be good for it as well. And we would talk about that after the show. But back to the subject, which we will be tying it up here soon, because like I said, the next show we got coming, we're gonna what, we're gonna show it right quick before we actually do it, because I think it's so exciting. It's so exciting. So we'll be back after this.
All right.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And we're going to be talking about sugar daddies next week. So make sure y'all share, tune in, set those notifications, because it's going to be exciting. Because I know my girl down there got a lot to say, don't you? So I can't wait. Hopefully, King D will be in, because I miss his input on here. We'll be talking about sugar daddies, and then we'll let you know, because we have a little twist that's going to back up this show next week to the following show after that. So make sure y'all tune in. Thank y'all for joining us today. We really had a great time. I love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all next week. And make sure that y'all go to our YouTube channel, Spicy Gray YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and comment. And for the ones that shot those stars, thank you so much. Much love for supporting the show and everything that's going on. Y'all have a blessed week, and we will see you. God bless. Next Saturday.